Hello Red Group, Mrs Taylor here. It's week 11 and it's Maths lesson 3 and our learning objective today is to make halves and quarters of numbers. So to start off with, here we have some cupcakes on a tray. There are 8 cupcakes and we want to group the cupcakes equally. We don't want to cut the cupcakes at all. So underneath you can see we have got a purple and an orange plate to put them on. How can we share these cupcakes out equally? First of all, onto the 2 trays and then onto the 4 trays. Well, when we share out those 8 cupcakes equally onto 2 trays, that means half of those cupcakes will go onto the purple tray and the other half will go onto the orange tray. Half of the box of cupcakes is 4 because there are 4 on each tray. Underneath, we've got 4 trays to share those same 8 cupcakes onto. So that means instead of sharing them into halves, we're sharing them into quarters, into 4 groups. A quarter of the box of cupcakes is 2 because there are 2 cupcakes on each of the 4 trays. So they've been shared out equally. Carrying on with our food theme, these 2 children want to share these very yummy looking donuts. There are 2 children, so that means we need to share these donuts into 2 groups. We have to share these donuts into halves. So altogether there are 8 donuts. If we share them into halves, the boy gets 4 donuts and the girl gets 4 donuts too. Here's a box of chocolates. There are 8 chocolates and there are 4 children. Because there are 4 children, that means that we're putting them into 4 groups. They're going to be put into quarters or fourth and shared. How many chocolates will each child get? So if we just focus on the first child, she gets a quarter of the box of chocolates. How many chocolates would that be for her? She would get 2 chocolates. You can see they've been taken out of the box and put on her plate. So a quarter of 8 is 2. This diagram helps to show us how halves and quarters look like when they're put into groups next to each other. We can see that 2 halves make a whole and 4 quarters make a whole. We can also use this to help us to share out amounts of different objects. Let's use the bottom part of this diagram first of all, the bit that talks about quarters. So in this first problem, the boy gets a quarter of 12 coins. So how many coins does he get? So he doesn't get all of the 12 coins, he gets a quarter of that 12. And here are his 12 coins. And here are the 12 coins shared out equally into 4 groups. So in each quarter there are 3 coins. So that means that the boy will get 3 coins because that is a quarter of the 12. If those same 12 coins were shared into 2 groups instead of 4, so that would be in half, then there would be a different number of coins in each half. There would be 6 coins. So a half of 12 is 6. In this problem, the girl gets half of 10 books. So we're going to use the top part of this diagram this time. How many books does she get? So what would half of 10 be? If you share 10 books into 2 equal groups, then you end up with 5 books in each group. So half of 10 is 5. The girl will get 5 books. This time, let's try a problem that's the other way round. So if 1 cube, like this one, is a quarter, what could the whole look like? That means all of it. So we put 1 cube in each quarter, like this, and so we end up with the whole number being 4. 4 cubes in total. 1 cube in each quarter. What about if 2 cubes were a quarter? What could the whole look like then? It would look like this. So in each quarter we have 2 cubes. So if 2 cubes are 1 quarter, then in 4 quarters, or in other words in the whole number, we would have 8. To finish off with, what about if 3 cubes are a quarter? What could the whole look like then? If 3 cubes were 1 quarter, then the whole number would be, let's count in threes, 3, 6, 9, 12. So the whole would be 12. Right, time for you to have a look at some more sharing and grouping activities. See you soon.